Our next presenter, Landon Bartley from the city of East Lansing, is stuck in Chicago. But we are lucky enough to have Jim Levande from the city of East Lansing here to speak a little bit about his knowledge of what's going on in the city. Jim serves on the Age-Friendly Communities Steering Committee and is engaged in many other ways in the community representing older adults in the area. Jim?
Thank you, Lisa. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Good. I'm kind of a substitute with some information. So first of all, I'd like to thank the panelists from this morning because they covered a lot of topics that our age-friendly community, which is certified by the World Health Organization and the AARP as a age-friendly community. And we really appreciate the fact that you did bring all of those 8 domains to cover that particular topic, because housing and transportation were 2 things that in our initial survey that AARP did for us really came up. You remember the old campaign, what, fix the damn roads, when we had that election? Well, that came up very well in the survey that we did for the community. Another thing that we're working on is a kind of a liaison with AgeAlive, who's sponsoring this event. I sit on their advisory committee, and they sit on our Age-Friendly Communities Committee. So there is a cross communication between the 2 units. In fact, the university is now certified as an age-friendly university by the World Health Organization, I believe Dublin University. So there's another connection, international. I was surprised when we got organized here in East Lansing that we're in a group of cities worldwide like Buenos Aires and Chicago and cities in Europe. No, we're not that big, but we are working with people across the world to address not only housing and transportation, but all of those 8 domains that were presented this morning by one of the panelists. That was really important that we cover that. I'd also like to point out, when they hit me with this morning, I'd like to thank some of my committee members for volunteering me. They're both giggling right now. Our senior commission just took a survey, and we will be presenting that to the city. I think we're still working on a date and a time and a place. I see Kathy, our senior commission chair, nodding her head. That addresses a lot of the same issues that you heard this morning, and we'll probably be hearing the rest of the afternoon up till we're through here. Landon was going to speak about the issues that we had with the housing and the zoning and the planning. There is a person from the planning office here to speak, so I'm not going to try to get into that. But I would like to point out that there are 2 people way back in the corner over there from there's Alicia hiding her face, from the Prime Time program and from Age-Friendly Communities. Emily is sitting next to her. And if you want really detailed information about the city's action plan for an age-friendly community, Emily's got the whole copy right there, all, 180 pages? And we're working through the Prime Time program, again, another community connection to get people involved. In fact, I'm a victim, or I should say a participant, in our Age friendly activities through prime time. I belong to the Primetime Strummers. So I'm going to put a plug in for them. They're holding a fundraiser for music in the schools on Sunday in Old Town. So if you got a chance, drop in. Yeah, ukuleles. But of all things, please keep in mind, I'm 86 years old. I can remember our young presenter this morning talking about her grandfather. I happen to be able to be in contact with my grandfather, who was born in 1857. So there is a generational connection that I would like for all of you to encourage across the board. In fact, I learned to drink green tea from Grandpa. So, but that's it. I don't have a whole lot to say, but you can find out more information about the program. And I really appreciate everybody talking about housing. I sat on the city's housing commission 50 years ago. And our only concern was getting licensure for rental housing, those empty people's homes, but the conditions of those housing units were something terrible. I went on a few inspections and I couldn't believe, I'll name one, a student living in a heatless attic under a silk parachute using candles for light. That is the kind of thing we finally got corrected. So thank you for listening to my substitute.